What's up, everybody? Spare with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Space Engineers. When we left off in the last episode, we built this handy-dandy O2 miner, is what I'm calling it now. I also have a spot here to turn that off. Oh, which one? Stockpile. Okay, on and off. Okay, cool. So let's turn these two on. I can't really get a good read from them because I was a dummy. And when I built them, I didn't have them rotated to the side where I can see what their stockpile indicator is. So, go me. The main tank is actually working pretty well. It's up to, looks like, 50%, which is great. Oxygen generator is cranking away. And I also misspoke last episode. I was like, oh look, we have 6,000, or, yeah, 6,000... ore, basically, for ice. That should be plenty. I didn't realize that I also filled up the drill and the small containers. Well, not filled, but I have 6,000 in the drill. I have 1,000 iron. I'm probably going to get rid of the stone. I have another 3,000 in a small container, another 2.3 in a container, and another 2 in a container. So we actually have, let's do quick math, 4.5... 7 and let's just say 7.5 or 8. 6, 8, 14 plus. So we have like close to 20,000, like 17 to 20,000, somewhere in there of ice. Kind of awesome. Didn't really expect that. However, I don't want this reactor to be here for much longer. So what we're going to do. Oh, I haven't opened the inventory screen. Dagnabbit. I apologize when I do that. I always forget to do that. Let's see what our solar panel options are. Oh, goody, goody. We got a lot of them. I forgot I added, like, a bunch. I don't think I'm going to need all these, but let's just test this out. Oops. Oh, okay, that resets it. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so this one is too large, in my opinion, for this ship. This is obviously not going to be the right size. Right length, or right width, but not the right size. So we're probably looking at a 6. Something like that would be pretty good. What is the 3? Oh, that's off-center. That's right. So this one would work pretty well. We can butt it right there, maybe. Actually, that's pretty darn perfect. This is too large, but we could do... Oh, no, I can't because of the thruster. So... what about a smaller one? I'd like to do 2, but I don't... Well, I could. Actually, we could do 2 and then do small. Yeah. We'll be fine. I'm gonna need solar cells though. Is there? Wow, frame rate. What is going on here? Okay, I've probably got something running that's causing this to jag like whoa. I don't know what's going on. So let's pull from here. Oh, this is missing its solar cells. Ugh. Probably just tear down one panel and be fine. One of these. Yeah, I do have stuff running. I hear it. So let's see if we can't turn some of this crap off. Because I've got something running that's causing it to jag. The assemblers are on. That could do it. I do have my gravity generators on. I don't know if that would cause any issues or not. Yeah, I don't know why it decides to like be persnickety sometimes. I could actually add some ice to this too for like restocking the air bottles and stuff like that. Speaking of which, oh, I'm still full. It's could be somebody told me that when they're overloaded, like this one's power usage is so high that can cause problems, but it's only when I look this way. I don't know. So let's... I thought there was a couple of these... Yeah, here we go. I think a couple of these have... Nope, that's what they're missing. I filled all of them in except this... Ah ha ha ha! Here we go. That's what I needed. So now we've got 27 solar cells. That should work pretty good. Okay. Let's get our basics. Because I don't remember what all we're going to need for these. We got our solar cells. Interior plates, grids maybe? Maybe some tubes. Let's try that. So yeah, we're no longer in red alert mode, which is awesome. So we're no longer in panic mode. Which panic mode is never a good spot to stay, you know, I mean... It doesn't usually end well. Oh, computers. The one thing that I put away is the one thing that I still need. Of course it is. Still haven't fixed our door. Since the previous driller incident. Computers. Actually, I really like this design, to be honest, for, like, doing another driller drone instead of just doing, cargo. It would actually be kind of cool, if we had one like this, that instead of an oxygen system, it actually had, like, I don't know... some kind of refinery, like processing power type of thing. I think that would be kind of cool. Okay, now this is too long to place there because of the thrusters. So we'll do a step down. Oops. Oops. Gosh, I can never get these things to flip right. Okay. Now, here's the problem. If I did this, I'd be out over here, which kind of stinks, and then there'd be an open gap. Oh, I'm dumb. I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. Just flip it this way. Or... why is the grid off like that? Why you gotta be like that? Okay, so we could do... maybe like this? No. Let's just see, because this isn't gonna... Why can't they make a single one? Modders out there, make me a 3x3 or a 1x1. It would help me out a lot. They try and keep these solar panels even, which is cool and all, but it makes it very difficult to make them symmetrical. And we all know how much I love my symmetry. And I don't think that would work at all. Technically speaking, it would work very well. But... here's a theory. Let's try this. It's framed in. There's nothing that I'm really going to lose other than maybe a... whatchamacallit? Steel plate. So if I go down... oh, it's actually not hurting it. Well, I find this intriguing. Screw it. I'm gonna risk it. Because if I could cover all that up, that would be so cool. Wow. The up and down thrusters are not hurting it. That's so cool. That is so cool. It's not as symmetrical as I'd have liked, but actually it kind of is, because the bottom sticks out, so the top sticking out kind of works. Alright, so I need 5 more panels. And this will effectively become our life support pod. That, like, if anything happens and we lose any kind of stuff from our ship, not lose our, I mean like lose our ship, not lose stuff from our ship, but like it gets blown up or damaged or something, this is the spot we can use. Okay, you don't have any more for me to steal. Darn you. Why do all of you have to be working? Alright, I only need 5. So let's pull from this one. Wow, I didn't need all that, but okay. Feast or famine, yo. I also need to power up some of these batteries from... There we go. Alright, so moment of truth. This looks... It makes it look a little weird. Actually, that doesn't look that bad. It doesn't look nearly as funky as I thought it was going to. Alright, I really hope this doesn't break. Wow! Cool! Alrighty, so... FYI, you can use these little M thrusters and it doesn't break things. And that's only like a block away, I think. I think they're in a block. So these little M thrusters might become my new best friends. Now that's interesting. Oh, okay. That's why. Do we need to generate anything else? Oh, here's a good question. If I turn the recharge off... Alright, we got enough battery power. Sweet. Recharge time obviously adds a really big power usage, but we also have a lot of things on that may not need to be on. So this tank is 100%. Where are my other tanks? Oh, these are the small tanks. Okay, so both of these are at 100%. This one's 100, so we can turn this off for now. My power wait, I turned it off. Did I not? Toggle block on, off. Why are you still listed as on? Oh, that's the tank stockpile. Okay. I get it. Alright, so it's definitely the recharging of the batteries that are pulling the energy then. Let's put the generator toggle block on, off there. Okay, so my oxygen is high at the moment. The tank's at 100%. The medium ones that are 100%. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know where my oxygen's coming from right now. Because I've got all the tanks set to stockpile, and I turned the generator off. Let's go ahead and turn the thrusters off too. So I don't really know where I'm drawing air from. I mean, I'm not opposed to it or anything, but I don't know. I don't know. This makes no sense to me if none of these are set to fill. Why that would happen. Batteries. Fully charged in 4 days. All right. Look at us go. We're just cranking. Okay. So it's at this point in our lives, there comes a time when in every space engineer's life when they have to resume their project. So, we've averted the crisis. The crisis is over. So now we're going to work on kind of going back to this this ship here. So I've got to tear out the batteries in this one since we're not using them. I already did it once actually, but this is another one that's empty. I am going to have to store some stuff though, like the solar panels and things that I don't really need them. Or bulletproof glass. We'll carry 100 of each thing. Let's try and do like 10 of the bigger things. We'll keep our computers. Oh, apparently I never fully stripped this thing. Whoa! Hi. How you doing? Okay. So, a couple of things that I need to do. I need to finish the batteries here. at some point. I'm not going to do it all on camera or anything, but I do need to finish them so they can be charging up. The two that we have built here are fully charged, which is awesome. I can actually get rid of this one now, because we totally don't need that at all. I'm going to leave it connected for the solar panel use at the moment until we get the solar panels in play. But I did get an idea from the comments about changing this up a little bit. I'm going to play around with it a little bit. I'm not sure if it will work. I'm going to do it on one wall, I think, and then see how it comes out. So give me just a minute, and I will be back once that's set up and we can see which one we like better. Okay, so I went ahead and did it on the one side. Obviously we have another one to compare to over here, but this is the idea that I got from the comments. I believe it was Crutely, or however you say that. I hope I'm saying that right. If not, sorry. That mentioned it, of sinking the grav walks in a bit for multiple reasons. One being that you have a more gradual transition than walking over here and then just turning this way and walking. At first, I wasn't getting the right picture because I was like, I don't know if that'll work. But then it was better explained as far as I have these backwards. Dagnabbit. Hold on a minute, that's going to drive me nuts. I think I did the rest of them right. And you do have to watch. These blocks have a weird side that I'm trying to stick on the sides that you're not going to see. But you do have to watch with these blocks, because otherwise you might end up with a funky look to them that you didn't intend. Alright, so that should be over there. There we go. That's better. Okay. Now, where was I? So this way it's a little bit more gradual. You could actually walk up and then switch over and everything shifted back. As for like some of the wall designs, you could do it a couple different ways. You could make it to where it's more flush with how this is going to look while you're walking. I prefer having each side just mirror the other towards the vertical and not cater to the walkway to where it looks sideways here, but when you're on the ground, it looks like it should. So I'm more of a fan of that. But after I put the full blocks in and kind of got the full picture of how it's going to look, I actually, one, liked it how it looks. It looks a lot better. Theoretically, I may actually change these to have the railings, perhaps. I'm not entirely positive. Well, since I'm not building them out right now, let's go ahead and check that and see what they look like. I need the ramp one, and then I need the two-way. So we'll do a half and half, kind of like we did the other way. There is one thing I already don't like about the ramp side of things. Okay. Am I in the block? I'm in the block. Okay. This isn't bad. This I don't really like, and the reason for that is it cuts into your walkway. I've mentioned that before. I know we have railings here, but I don't like that this one you like... I don't know if there is a collision for this or not, but I don't like it. It cuts in. And then to do no rails and then rails just looks weird, so I think we're going to stick with the other ones. I think that's my vote. I might have to change these patterns up a bit, because I don't know which way is like up and down and whatnot, so... As we build them, I'll probably have to adjust them slightly so that they look proper. But overall, I think I'm sold on the full block wall with the sunk-in ramps. I think that, one, looks better, but B, we were going to have to invert the acceleration because they were actually backwards. It was like having them this way. And so generally the gravity would point this way, but that makes it hard to walk up when it's repelling you. So we were going to have to invert the G-force to where it was pulling you down towards the walkway. This way, it's all flush. The correct faces are on the right block side. So that when we actually build them, the gravity will point in the proper direction, which is good. So overall, I'm gonna leave it one side and then the other, just in case I get like an overwhelming no, I don't like that. But, I mean, you can tell right from here, just looking at that, which isn't bad, but then looking at that, that looks better. I like that better. So, more than likely we'll end up switching both sides. The other thing is, as much back and forth as I'm having to do, I think my next step, I'll probably do it off camera, I'm not sure, but one of my next steps is to make a tiny, and I am talking tiny, little welding ship. What I'll more than likely do is put a large container as like the main bulk of it, put the proper connection tubes on a welder, and then put a cockpit. I don't even think I'll bother sealing it, since I've... Am I losing my mind, or where did my ship go? Okay, I'm a little nervous now. Where did my oxygen ship go? Am I... What are you doing over there? What happened? Are you floating? Tell me you're floating. Dude, this thing does not look like it's floating. Are you floating? Nothing looks like it's moving. Nothing. This ship, I don't even think it can move. It's hooked to a station. But the little O2 miner doesn't look like it's moving either. Seriously, it doesn't look like it's moving at all. How did you end up over here? What? Okay, that's weird. That's weird. I mean, I turned everything off, basically. Because I thought it was the source of the lag. Apparently it's not. Good grief. It's like if I look this way, it'll go 25, but then when I turn... It's like while I'm turning, everything just chugs, and then it clears up. And then it chugs, and then it clears up. I don't get it. I don't get it. It could be my rig just being dated, or it could be that the game's still in alpha and not optimized properly. I don't know. Either way, I'm getting some weird frame issues. I thought it was because this was hyper overloaded. So I turned off, like, I actually made just a side note, this is kind of a good idea. I made a toggle all power blocks, so you can't do cockpits, and these two gyroscopes aren't being used anyway. You can't do containers, you can't include solar panels, and I didn't want to turn on reactors and batteries with this, so it's basically every other block that has a power toggle on option. So that effectively you can leave a battery charging or something, but you can turn everything off to where it doesn't do anything. Now, the danger is turning everything back on, because the drill turns on and, like, everything turns on. And the other danger you'll run into is when you turn everything on and it moves, it also turns the gyroscope off, so I would give it just a second to let it recalibrate. So that it's not floating everywhere. But yeah, I thought that turning everything off, it's only at a 3% power use, would help. I don't think... But it didn't seem to do anything, to be honest. Like, it actually just really didn't do much. I was still getting that weird, glitchy frame rate type stuff. So, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. My game is freaking out. But yeah, so I'm going to leave that there and let it charge again. So anyways, I think we're going to wrap things up. I know we didn't get too much done, but we did retrofit the O2 miner with a solar panel. I'm actually going to turn on its antenna, mostly because it's scaring me right now, and I don't know where it's going to fly off to, so I want to be able to find it. So yeah, we retrofitted that with solar panels, and we changed the walkways here, or walkway, I guess. The next step is I'm hoping to have most of the battery stuff squared away off camera. The next step is going to be, if we all approve of this sunk-in catwalk or grav walk, I'm going to change this one to be the same. And I think the next step is going to be an air room, since air is becoming a problem. So we'll have, like, reactor, O2 generation, and storage room. And then we'll have to connect all that up to, you know, these guys that are the vents for all the rooms, and we'll have to set up a good piping system so it can reach to all the systems. I might have generation and storage, because I do like the idea of keeping it split level the whole time, of any type of build that we do being split. I like that idea. So we'll probably do generation and storage, maybe? Something like that. I'm open to suggestions if you've got ideas. Actually, what I would like from you guys is, because since more heads are better than one, I would like suggestions on how we should lay out the rooms. I want the reactor and battery power basically to be the 3/4 mark, and then do like thrusters, right, in the back here. I haven't quite decided on what kind of thrusters. I'm either thinking industrial, since they're just, well, awesome, or using like a lot of the larger M thrusters, because there's actually... Ooh, and the modular thrusters, that would be fun too. But of these M thrusters, there's the normal ones, there's the LV, which I think is supposed to be large version, and then there's 3x3. So, as an example, we'll do the stock, the LV, and the 3x3. So we've got, if we were to place one, they're like this, that are 1 block size. Then we've got these, which are like a large thruster, and they're a 1 slot still, I think maybe 2? 1 or 2? And 3x3 in width and height. And then, oh gosh, I didn't know they were going to be that big. These, which, well, dang. For lack of a better term, just dang. So what we could do is make, since they don't seem to have a lot of, I'll have to look into it before I build a whole room out of it, but since they don't seem to have a lot of damage on block damage, we could do maybe a room in the back that's like 1 for each direction of the 3x3s or something. Maybe that would have enough force to work. I'm also not worried about air sealing everything, like the thruster room. If we enclose that, I'm not too worried about like we could put an airlock door where it doesn't necessarily have to be sealed, but whatever. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, is a thruster room, or whether we enclose it or not, just having the thrusters off the back, then the reactor and battery, air probably, and then I kind of want to get into like mining, and after that more frivolous, you know, rec room and mess hall and things like that. It's not going to be huge. Like, this is my ship. It's not, I'm not role-playing it for like we have a giant crew or something. But just, I want to make it kind of, this got a lot bigger than I wanted it to be, actually. It was because we were trying to do the spinning arc reactor and then have batteries and everything. But if truth be told, it got larger than I originally intended. So this will probably, it'll probably have a big butt, basically, is the reactor and the thruster rooms will probably be big, but I'll probably scale it down a bit, maybe go to a 3 high or a 2 high, you know, whatever we can do to scale it down and taper it, and make it a bit smaller, because I really didn't mean to make a giant ship, but we'll see. So anyways, that's my ideas, that's my plans, so let me know what you guys think. I'm open to suggestions, schematics, builds, anything like that, just let me know. Room designs too, even if it's not like a whole ship, just if you design a room that you think looks cool, let me know. I'm open to it. In the meantime, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all next time. Peace.